Hello, my name is Jason Ankin and this is my vlog. So yes guys, I am getting back into doing vlogs and I'm decided on a pretty much of a new format, and basically what I'm going to do is sit down and do long form vlogs on camera. So basically this is my first one, so if you're watching, good, nice to see you. So yeah, basically I just want to start doing vlogs again on a regular basis. My goal is to start putting out probably 2 to 3 vlogs per week, and I'm aiming to do these vlogs pretty long form, so I'm going to be hopefully doing them for about maybe 45 minutes to an hour in length. And what I'm going to be doing is literally just talking about what I'm doing in my life. It's literally going to be like a vlog. So a vlog is a video log, so I'm just going to be logging what I'm doing. And in reality, there's going to be no real overall structure to what I'm doing. It's going to be pretty spontaneous and on the spot. Most of what I'm going to be doing is going to be essentially me thinking about different topics and different ideas, and sort of it's going to be a process of thinking creatively rather than focusing on something specific. So yes, I haven't really been vlogging in probably a year, and so I've decided to get back into it because I think it's a really good thing to do in the modern world. Just getting my tea. So basically, yeah, I've got a laptop here as well, so if I want to research anything while I'm vlogging, I can do it. Like I said, it's going to be totally unstructured, and there's no real purpose in this other than maybe I will discuss specific ideas that I'm thinking about, or it's generally going to be a process of creative thinking. I want to adjust something. So yeah, what have I been doing? So my last vlog I think was talking about I think it was talking about me, what I was going to do. I think I was going to school or something. I was going to, let me just check. So yeah, my last vlog I think was me talking about an update of my life, and I haven't really given an update since. So I decided to get back in and do that. So yeah, the last vlog was me talking about me going to university to finish my degree. It was to finish my final year. And yeah, so lifestyle update, what's happening over the next couple of weeks. So that was basically, I think the vlog was about me traveling to England and doing sort of basically getting ready to go to England to do my degree. So yeah, that was like 1 year ago. I don't know how many months exactly, what sort of month it was specifically. So it was basically, I think I was talking about me going to England, also setting up a business. So yeah, last year basically, not 2019, 2017. So I actually think my last vlog was probably around about 2017, towards the end of 2017. And basically I went to England. So September I travelled to England, specifically Loughborough University. But I went to the college, but the college and the university are pretty much the same. They're the same. It's the same company or the same university. I was part of the college, which was just across the road from the university. And basically, I was completing my degree. I was doing a 1-year top up because I'd already done my HND in sports science before I went over. And basically, I was going over to England to finish my final year. So I went over. I did a 1-year top up in sports science with management, and yeah, I completed it. So in June last year I finished, June 2018 I finished, and yeah, I passed my degree. It was really good, really an amazing college, Loughborough University. If you're really interested in things like sports and fitness, it's kind of a mecca of sports in the United Kingdom, meaning that essentially the best training facilities are there. So for example, the university is like this huge sort of facility. It's basically like a small town, and you have like running tracks and tennis courts and swimming pools and indoor football and outdoor football and all of these sports science technologies and stuff like that. It's an amazing place to sort of go if you're really interested in, if you're a sports nerd like me, it is pretty much the best place you can go in the country. So I was really at home. And yeah, so I did 7 modules and met a load of cool people. It was really some of the youngsters that were there, because I was quite old, I'm 31, so a lot of the youngsters that were there were probably more like in their early 20s, but they were really motivated, really enthusiastic, really optimistic. A lot of them were very interested in sports and peak performance like myself, so it was good to be around a lot of people that you can relate to, and I met a lot of cool people. But yeah, basically got through the course, finished it. Didn't do as well as I would have hoped to. I did really well in the first semester, but in the second semester I basically started to wane. My motivation started to decline, and it was simply because I wasn't really learning anything that I couldn't already get access to for free, because obviously in today's day and age with the internet and stuff like that, it's very easy to research things. So I was kind of getting a bit bored in class, and obviously I had been studying sports science and stuff like that for, I would say probably, what was it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. So I was doing 6 years of full-time education prior to that year. So I had more or less studied everything, and I was kind of just repeating stuff that I had already learned. So it was getting a little bit, it started to become kind of monotonous, and I just kind of wanted to finish it and get it done with. So my mentality was just like, okay, just finish the coursework, hand it in, get it over and done with, and then go home and back to your normal life. So I got that out of the way. And maybe now what that does, it puts me in a good position to potentially set me up for a master's degree in the future. And that's something I hope to get to doing. I could do it this year, this September, but I don't think I'm going to pursue it just quite yet, because I'm trying to do other stuff. I just got a new job as well. So yeah, once I came home from uni, I basically started looking for a job. I took up my old job as a casual gym instructor, because I still had that, because what was good about my casual gym instructing job is that basically, because I was off because I was, as a casual gym instructor, you stay on the casual list for 6 months, even if you haven't worked within those 6 months. So what I did is basically during Christmas holidays, when I was in my final year, I came home and I did a few shifts in the gym, and then also I came back in Easter for 2 weeks and did a few shifts in the gym as well. So when I came home in June, I still had my job, so I was able to pick up work straight after that final year. But then I started to look for something a little bit more permanent, and it took me about 3 months, and I got my first job as a recreation attendant down in like South Armagh. But right as soon as I got that one, I was given another job, because I went for another job the following week after the first job that I got, and I was given that job as well. So I quit that one, and it's basically more local. It's a centre attendant in my hometown. So South Armagh is about 25-30 miles away, so it was like a good 50-60 minute drive there and a 50-60 minute drive back, and it was like 60-mile round trip. But this other job, it's literally 5 minutes away. I can get there in 5 minutes, and there was a few extra hours on the contract as well, so I decided to opt for that one, and I just transferred over pretty quickly. So that's kind of what I did. I got that job, and I've kind of been working at it since, I would say, for about 6 months. Let me see, I started in November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, about 6 months I've been working at the job now, and I'm starting to realize probably it would be better for me to now look for something maybe full-time. So that's basically what I'm doing now. But luckily, because I've got a job, I can be a bit more patient and a bit more choosy, a bit more selective of the job that I want to pick. So that's pretty much an update. Also, I still want to set up an online business. Once I got over to England, the last video I was talking about how I wanted to basically set up a digital business. I wasn't able to get around to it simply because of the fact that I had to focus on studies, and also rather than setting up a business, it was probably a better idea for me to go get a job, and that's what I did. I had a number of jobs when I was over in England. I worked as a kitchen porter, as a catering assistant. It was an absolute nightmare. It was the worst job I ever had in my life. I was given a job in Pure Gym as a personal trainer, but I turned that down eventually as well. And then eventually I was given another job as a casual gym instructor in this kind of, it was like a health spa in England. It was really good, but because it was given to me towards the end of the sort of year, I wasn't able to do as many hours as I wanted to because I was focusing more on studies. But yeah, because I was studying and because I was working in other jobs, it was very difficult for me to set up an online business because it was just too much to handle. I sort of came to the conclusion that I can't really do more than 2 major projects at a time. So now that I'm out of school, I can focus on work, and now that I'm only in a part-time job, so I'm doing a 25-hour contract, and it means that I can now focus on generating a business. And that's probably going to take me a lot of time to do so, but I'm in no hurry because, like I said, I've got a job now, and I'm probably, hopefully, maybe by the end of this year I'll have a new full-time job, and then I can just use the full-time job to pay me money, and then I can roll that money forward into my business and grow that kind of bit by bit in the background. So one of the interesting things about this vlog is totally freeform. I'm just making this up on the fly. I'm in my house, someone could knock the door, someone could get up and disturb me, so it's completely on the fly. And also what I've done is basically, so my training as well, I've started to focus more on, I'm doing quite a lot of yoga. I've started doing yoga in the morning. I got this cool book called, I wonder if I can get it for you right here. 2 seconds. Be back. So yeah, doing more yoga. I bought this really interesting book. I'm always kind of like, when I'm studying something, I want to know everything before I do it. So I don't like tips, I don't like parts, I want to know the whole thing. So I got this amazing book called Classic Hatha Yoga, 84 Classic Asanas and their variations. So this is basically the standard kind of book that these are the standard 84 poses in yoga, and that's why I got that book, because it was like, oh, this is a complete system. If I practice this specific book, then if I'm able to master the 84 poses, then technically I will be highly proficient in yoga in general. So I've been doing this for about 15 to 20 minutes every morning. I get up first thing and I will do a bit of yoga, and I'm making already, I've been doing it for about, I would say I've been doing it for about just over 4 or 5 months, and instantaneously I'm starting to notice changes in my range of motion, especially around my hips, my shoulders and my waist. Just everywhere feels looser. I would even say that my feet and my ankles and my hands and my wrists and everything is just looser. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of that, and hopefully I'll be able to sort of get really, really good at that in the next couple of years. The way that I do it is basically I do what's called a sun salutation. So sun salutation is basically like the warm-up, and it's a sequence of poses that you do one after the other, and they all interlock very, very smoothly, very easy transitions from one posture to the next. Then after, what I do is I do 5 postures, and I just pick the first 5 in the book, and I will do those in order, and I'll hold each posture for 1 minute. And basically after that I do what's called the corpse pose. So the corpse pose is basically you lying flat on your back, and basically you just relax for like 2 or 3 minutes, and that's the workout. And then basically I'll do those 5 exercises every day, or 5 postures every day for 1 week, and then at the following week what I'll do is I'll basically move to the next 5 postures in the book. And I just keep doing that the whole way through until I get through the book. And it takes me about 16 weeks to get through all of the 84 postures. And once I've done that, I go back to the start again, and then I just add on time. So instead of doing for a minute, I'll do them for a minute and a half next time. So then what I'm doing is I'm doing all the postures, but progressively adding more and more time. So I'm deepening and deepening the stretches and getting more overall-y flexible. And I've noticed only in the last 4 or 5 months really good benefits. So I'm going to stick with that as long as it takes. I think it will take me probably 2 to 3 years before I'm able to fully master the book, but we'll see. Recently as well, I've been looking to get back into martial arts. So I stopped martial arts I would say about 2 years ago. It was early 2016, so it's actually about 3 years ago. It was about March, April, May. I think it might have been May 2016. And I hadn't really been doing martial arts since. That's when I transitioned into running. In fact, when I originally started this vlog, it was about my running videos, and basically, yeah, did that for about 1.5 years, and then eventually realized that running's really boring, especially if you're doing it 6 days a week. Not that running's boring in itself, it's that if you're doing it specifically with the purpose of becoming an athlete, that's why I realized that I probably could never be a high-level runner, because I just couldn't do the training, simply because it's too repetitive, it's too boring. I like to enjoy my training. So what that led me to think was, okay, then I need to find something that's more enjoyable. And then I decided, oh, I used to do martial arts, so let's get back into martial arts. And so yeah, this year, 2019, I decided to do a New Year's resolution. I'll basically get back into martial arts. So I was doing traditional jiu-jitsu previously. I was able to get all the way up to a 2nd degree black belt in traditional jiu-jitsu. But then eventually I was 3/4 of the way through my 3rd degree black belt. And it just kind of, the whole vibe of the club just changed. You know, I was there from the very start. 3 weeks after the club opened, I had joined, and I watched the whole club grow. And in fact, it was me. There was many classes where it was just me and the instructor in the adult class in the early stages. And then when we switched from the leisure centre in my town to the local town hall, the adult class started to grow more, and we started to get more adults. And obviously I became quite good friends with these adults. But over time, a lot of them began to leave for whatever reason. Just growing up, a couple of them went to university, or, you know, a couple of them started having children and stuff like that. So it was, the whole atmosphere kind of changed, and a lot of the juniors from the junior class started becoming adults, and they kind of made the class a little bit more immature, you know, whereas in adult class you're meant to be quite serious and a little bit more stricter. You're doing a martial arts, so it's a discipline, and a lot of the sort of juniors that were coming up kind of were just distracting and a little bit annoying. And then also because I'd been there from the start, I was more experienced than anybody, so I wasn't really being challenged or by the other students, and I felt like I wasn't growing, so I was like plateauing in my training. So I decided to opt out, and because I realized towards the end of my training I was literally just going through the motions, and I just turned up on one day and I was just like, I'm not coming back, because this is not fulfilling anymore. It's not giving me anything that I need. And so yeah, that's when I took time off martial arts and started doing running, but I realized running was boring as well. So then I got back into martial arts, but I had time to ruminate and time to think about what style I wanted to do, and it was kind of a toss-up between one of 3 styles, either karate, judo, or Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And basically I came to the conclusion that the best one for me was probably judo. And because traditional jiu-jitsu is very similar to judo, in fact judo emerged out of traditional jiu-jitsu. So basically from there I was decided that would be the art for me. And I'll get probably, you know, talking about martial arts is probably something which I can vlog about in the future. yeah, but so I found a good club in the next town over, or 2 towns over from me. The problem with this club, it's only on twice a week, and it's only on a late Thursday and a early Saturday. And my manager decided, when I joined, he decided to put me in work late Thursdays, so I could only ever get at best one Saturday a week, and basically this wasn't enough. So just recently, in fact just last week, I decided that I was going to rejoin Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and there's an amazing professional club in Belfast called Gracie Barra NI, or Barra NI. And what's good about this club is it's on every morning and every evening, including a Saturday. I think it's only on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. So this works out best for me because basically if I'm in work late, then I can go to the jiu-jitsu class in the morning or the afternoon. Whereas if I'm working in the morning, then I can go to the jiu-jitsu class in the evening. So this way I'm able to get at least 2 to 3 sessions a week. I'm still doing the judo, but I'll probably end up doing more Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu than judo. So my goal is to do at least 2 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes and 1 judo class per week. And that'll be cool because basically I'll be able to take you along with this. You know, this vlog's not just going to be me sitting here talking in the camera. I'll be able to take you to my tournaments and my competitions, and I'll be able to vlog the whole process. So that'll be a sort of an element that I'll incorporate into it. So I think as well with the sort of vlog, it is going to be mostly videos like this, I think, in general. But if I'm maybe traveling, if I'm maybe doing maybe if I'm doing something different, if I'm going to a different part of the world, if I'm going to do maybe a course, or maybe if I'm going to go to a martial arts tournament or something like that, I can film it and take you guys along with me on the journey. I have a lot of cool ideas kicking about prior to me setting this up. So yeah, I'm doing martial arts. I had my first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class was last night, and I'd been to the club before. I used to go to the club about 3-4 years ago, Gracie Barra NI. So I'm familiar with the process of the class. And there's my phone. So this is on the fly, so that distractions can happen. But we will ignore that because in all likelihood it's probably somebody looking to ask me questions or give me PPI. But yeah, basically if you look at my vlog, I created a new banner. My vlog channel, Jason Ankin, Ankin. The banner just says psychology, fitness and lifestyle. I just kept it really simple, really clear. And that's essentially what we're going to be talking about. And I want to also make this process interactable. So basically you can ask me questions. I think that will be a good sort of element to incorporate into the vlog. Is that if a good element to incorporate into the vlog, basically you can ask me questions down below in the description. And I will take those questions, write them down on a piece of paper, and then I will answer them for you in relation to virtually anything. But my areas of expertise are psychology, fitness and lifestyle, and also philosophical questions. You can ask me questions about religion, you can ask me questions about politics, world events, nature, the cosmos, everything. It doesn't really matter. I'm pretty open-minded. I would say I study a broad range of topics and I go pretty deep as well, so I'm pretty open to discussing about anything. I watch a lot of podcasts myself, so I think this is why it would be good to get, follow trends, go, wherever the tide's going, you kind of want to follow what tides are going. So we can do. There's so many different things we can do. I can do book reviews. As a vlogger, I can maybe get one of my favorite books, and basically I will sit down and explain to you chapter by chapter what's going on. I think there was a question on one of my videos just recently where someone was asking about my study of Taoism, and am I still studying it? And the answer to that is yes, I'm definitely still studying Taoism. In fact, I'm even more certain and even more convinced that this is sort of the path that aligns with me temperamentally the best. You know, I was playing about with other different philosophies. I really like Hermetic philosophy. You might not have heard of that. We can get into that in a later stage. I really like Stoic philosophy. But what I learned with these other philosophies, they're not as good at facilitating sort of a better lifestyle, a better way of life. They are philosophies, but they don't really contribute to your life. It's more like knowledge. So you're gaining more sort of understanding of things, and you have a unique perspective on things. But you want a philosophy to facilitate a better way of life, and I think Taoism probably facilitates that better than the other two that I studied. The thing with Taoism, which is good, it's not really a religion in the sense that it's a philosophy, and it's basically talking about principles. It's talking about principles of nature, and these principles are universal. It doesn't matter whether you're an Asian, or it doesn't matter whether you're, you know, in Europe or in Africa or America. We all live in a universe that is governed by very specific laws and specific principles. For example, water boils at 100 degrees, no matter where you are in the world. It does boil at different temperatures, at different elevations, but that's still also governed by law. So that's what I like about it, because it has this universal appeal. And the fact that it's talking about nature, it's the natural way. And basically, someone who is a Taoist is essentially a follower of the way. There's no real... You're not a Taoist. I don't really like labels. I'm studying Hatha Yoga, but I don't even like the term Hatha Yoga. I would prefer to just call it stretching, because that's what I'm doing. It's the same with like meditation. Are you doing Buddhist meditation or Taoist meditation and stuff like this? And it's not either. It's just meditation. And basically, that's why I like Taoism the best, because it is, Tao means way, and Tao means way, so Taoism is someone who follows the way, or the natural way. And that's not really, it's not a dogma, you know, it's something that you can test with your own experience. But again, that's another topic for another video. We can go much deeper into that. So yeah, going back to talking about my banner. So yeah, talking about psychology, fitness and lifestyle. So yes, I think these are the most important topics, especially for understanding self. Because at the end of the day, you have a mind, you have a body, and basically what you do with your mind and your body is you live your life, you act in the world, you basically live. So that's why I want to talk about those topics, because I think they're absolutely fundamental to basically following, you know, to basically live a healthy, happy life. The idea is sort of you want to, through these sort of three practices, I guess, you could basically increase the quantity of your life so you can live longer, and you can also increase the quality of your life. So if you've got, let's say, a good mindset, you're focused, motivated, etc., optimistic, disciplined, then that's going to improve your results, but it's also going to improve the quality of your life. Whereas you're physically fit, then it means your body's healthy. There's no limitations to your body. You stave off illnesses and stuff like that. That helps to increase life expectancy. And then finally, lifestyle. So lifestyle is basically what job you do, how productive you are, how well you manage your time, how well you manage your money. What sort of activities are you doing? Are you maybe like exercising? Are you doing meditation? Are you going to doing a sports class? Or, you know, it could be something completely different. Maybe you like art or music or whatever. But the idea is essentially what the main centers of what I'm going to be talking about on this is vlog. So yeah, and so this is really, to be honest, this is just more of an introduction, and this is exactly the format that I'm going to be doing. These vlogs are going to be very waffly. There's not going to be any specific like structure. Maybe what I'll do is I'll select at least a single topic to talk about, and then maybe I'll expand on what I think it means. It's almost like a creative thinking process where I'll be able to basically come up with a topic and then think about it on camera and try to flesh out what the idea actually means or what it's all about. The other element is I would like a bit more of an interaction. So if you're watching this vlog and you want to know something, maybe you want to know something about my past, maybe you want to know something about what I'm going to do in the future, maybe you want to know something about what I'm doing now in my life, maybe you want to know, want me to maybe give you advice and help you to answer a question that you have. Maybe it's about your mindset, maybe it's about your physical fitness and your health. It could be about lifestyle, it could be about philosophy, whatever. So I'd encourage you to also, you know, put your questions down below. And I know I've only got a very, very few subscribers. I've only got like 54 subscribers, but I respect all of yous. It doesn't really matter how many subscribers, and that's the thing, it's not a popularity thing for me. I'm not doing this to get subscribers, I'm not doing this to get comments or likes or whatever. I'm doing this because I want to, and it's basically, there's an intrinsic motivation. I want to do this. I want to produce videos, put them on the internet because I think it's fun, and it's also difficult because like sometimes even when I'm with my family or my friends, I can't really say what I think, you know. Sometimes you kind of have to inhibit how deeply you can go into a conversation. Whereas on this video, I can say whatever the hell I want, and I can publish it on my channel because it's my channel. I can do whatever I want. And if people want to tag along, which I'm sure there will be people who want to tag along, then tag along, that's fine. But that's not the process. It's not about, of course I'm going to appreciate more subscribers because it will just be more, yeah, I could basically help people out, you know, and teach them about my mind, you know, teach them about, you know, things that I'm doing in my life and how that could benefit them, or I can give them advice directly to sort of benefit their life. So we can form like a little network or a little community kind of thing. That's more what I'm interested in, getting like a digital online network. I also have an Instagram page, and basically I'm going to start putting up more posts on my Instagram. My goal will be to try to get, so I think for the vlog, I'm initially 2 to 3 vlogs per week, and then I'll be aiming to do probably one image on my Instagram page per day. So yeah, if you are interested in following this process, you can. I encourage any of you, if you have any pressing questions, to put them down below. I don't expect a wave of people to start asking questions immediately. Maybe even if it's just 1 or 2 questions, that's fine. But yeah, so I think that will do it for the day. We're at about 30 odd minutes. We're going to try to get these up to maybe an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, but this is a good introductory video. So yeah, my name is Jason Ankin. This is my vlog channel. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you have a comment, leave it down below and I'll try to answer it in the next vlog. You can follow my Instagram page, jason.ankin on Instagram. And yeah, the beginning of a new sort of digital vlog. Alright guys, so thanks for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!